So I'm on the BJJ Fanatics website, and I see 3 new videos by some guy named Thomas Radzinski. You familiar with that guy at all?
Nope, absolutely not.
No? Well, he's got some good stuff. Three brand new videos. They're getting amazing reviews, which is good to see as well. But you got to tell us about them real quick?
Yeah, I had, you guys already know, but I had opportunity to go to Boston, shoot 3 more instructionals, 1 on butterfly hook, complete guide for butterfly hook, 2 wrap, lapel, and submit them, and 3 we have taking the back. It's particularly designed for guys for over 40 because there's no climbing involved. All the back takes are on the ground. Very, very full and effective system. So dip into it. I'm really hoping that this is going to help your jiu-jitsu and really take it to the next level.
BJJfanatics.com. Just search ROZDZ. We have all had that situation where after class is when we want to ask a question. And Thomas, a lot of those questions you've already answered, right, at Ask a Black Belt.
Yeah, it's another podcast that I'm running. It's on podcast, all podcast platforms, plus on YouTube. You can find it anywhere. Just search for my name. Search for Ask a Black Belt. At this point, over 100 episodes, different questions, jiu-jitsu, life-related, but something that everybody comes across, and often these questions sink in our mind, but we don't ask for whatever reason. So if that benefits you, go there, listen. It actually might help your jiu-jitsu, might help your life as well. And if you have any questions, find me on Instagram and drop me a line. I'll be happy to answer your question and mention your name during the episode.
Welcome to Raw Radio.
And we're live.
Here we go. Oh, no, we don't. Hold on. Now we can go. But we can still go. We got 2 different things recording.
It feels like we are
Back up.
overdoing this thing now.
CYA.
On a side note, I was this morning, actually, I did a podcast with Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Rocks. Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Rocks.
Yeah, I've listened to that one.
Yeah, I did a podcast with him this morning with Marty, and he made me feel like we are overdoing things. He's such a simple guy and such a great conversation. I can't wait to listen to it when it comes out. And it should be out next week, actually, as you're listening to this. But yeah, no, he doesn't record video. He doesn't record any of this. He records, a very simple way, and it's all voice conversation. And it was so simple to do it. And I felt like, oh my God, we're doing this such a production here.
Cool. We can start cutting back.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
sounds like you made necessary decisions.
Yeah. Very easy.
Another coral belt in the house, huh?
Absolutely. 54 years on the mats. Something.
Jesus Christ! I'm not even 54. Period, and that's how long he's been on the mat. I mean, isn't that's a long time. I mean, like, I'm not even talking about the length of the time. I'm just talking about, like, that's a lot of mat time. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of,
for sure.
A lot of, like, not years, but you know what I mean? Like, a lot of training and a lot of just
hours.
Just
what's it translate to in hours?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even if you scale this down in your 50s, like, Lord, that's a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Started when he was 5, I think. And still going at 59.
Hey, can you fix your camera so you're in the middle?
No.
Oh, God, Jesus.
What do you mean?
That means
you just talked about how
I want to have less work later.
So, like, I'm in the middle of the frame?
Yeah.
Yeah, and for some reason, well, the problem here is that this studio doubles as an office, and people come in here and move stuff around.
Right, hey, nobody touches my side.
Well, I mean, yeah. So
anyhow,
it's like, if I can see my water in the frame, I don't, usually none of this stuff's in the frame, but whatever.
Anyhow,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But unique individual, and a very stoic, quiet type of guy, seemingly so, at least from our conversation.
Yeah.
But what I did like that he said, we have all these jiu-jitsu cliches all the time with all these different podcasters and influencers and blah, blah, blah. And one of the big ones always is embrace the grind. And he said, no, don't embrace the grind. Life is enough of a grind. And when you come in for jiu-jitsu, it should be relaxing. It should be your escape. It should be your time away from the grind. And that was a unique perspective, one that we don't hear
often.
Yeah, hardly ever. Right?
Yeah.
And I
I guess that can be taken in different ways in a sense, right? Because somebody saying embrace the grind, it could have a meaning as you will be on the bottom and life will suck while you're training, and you're gonna have to embrace that hard work in the sense of from an escape perspective, right? But another person will say, listen, you need to go 7 rounds unless you're not grinding.
Yeah, and you need to be here 6 days a week.
Right, exactly. So I suppose that can be taken different way, but in some way I do agree with that. Life is complicated enough, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's relative. What's complicated for you might not be complicated for somebody else. But, and other people might have family situations, work situations, health issues, things like that, and then they walk into jiu-jitsu and it's like, I'm speaking from the eyes of a hobbyist, right? That's the way I'm looking at this. And even hobbyists, when they go into jiu-jitsu, are told, you got to be here more. You got to work harder. You got to supplement your jiu-jitsu with different forms of exercise and workouts and your diet. And then you got to go home and study, and you got to watch videos, and you have all this other stuff and it's like, no, dude, I just want to get away a couple hours a week and have a good time and enjoy it, and not, it doesn't have to turn into a second job or a second career. And you don't necessarily have to compete. And you don't even have to spar if you don't want to. Just come in, who cares? It's your journey.
But do you think at some point this very chill-like approach to jiu-jitsu, I'll just come, I don't have to spar, I don't even have to, participate, I can just chill and relax because this is my getaway. Do you think at some point that approach will turn into, wait a minute, what am I paying for? Why am I here? And I'm not progressing. Everybody's passing me, and now I'm not doing anything.
Well, it depends on, we talk about goals and we talk about expectations a lot. If that person's expectations are to be part of, again, another cliche, the community, the family, and they can find happiness and enjoyment in just come in and learn. Listen, you come to fundamentals class, and that's the only class you go to, and it takes you 3 years to get your blue belt, but all you want to do is fundamentals, and you're happy with that, and you enjoy that, that's fine. Who cares if it took you that long? Who cares if you're only coming twice a week? Who cares if the guy that started the same time as you is a purple belt when you're just getting your blue belt? If you are content with that and you're coming here with those expectations of getting a okay workout in and being part of the community and getting away from work and maybe, having an hour to yourself a couple times a week where you're away from, family, so be it. Good for you. Who cares?
Yeah, and I mean, we knew we didn't disagree on this somewhat.
Yeah, because you want everybody to get better, and some people don't give it. They don't care.
But this is not. Yes, I want everybody to get better. Yes,
sure.
That is correct. But I also think that chill-like approach, where I don't care attitude, is very present, and there is no drive to improve. In most cases, it leads to quitting jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
I mean, at least based on my experience.
Well,
this is where yes, I want to come and chill with my guys. I want to come and chill with the things, but I don't think it's as simple as what you are describing. It appears that way, and that's what we want to do. But the moment we notice that other people are better than us and we are not getting better, this is, I think, where this hang up comes in, where I'm hitting a plateau, or I'm going to take a break, or this is not working out for me. I have other things that are more important. We're losing interest. I think big part of engagement in jiu-jitsu is this stimulating physical and mental stimulation, where there's a very fine line, and that part I agree with you. There's a very fine line where the stimulation comes different ways for different people. For some, is this our kids being so loud?
Mm-hmm.
For some, it is more of that community driven and hang out with the guys and do the thing. And for others, is this more of a grind kind of approach to jiu-jitsu. Mm-hmm. But I think the moment we stop achieving, the moment we stop progressing, the moment we stop getting better, I think this is where we become disconnected, even from the community, which we really so much desire.
Possibly. However, so do we tell the 50-year-old who comes through the door not to sign up because he's going to spend most of his time getting his ass kicked? And even as he gets better, there's always going to be guys. Most of the class is going to be better than you forever. But as long as you're doing
But I'm not talking about getting better than other people. I'm talking about getting better than you.
Yeah, but if they show up, they're getting better. I'm not talking about coming in.
No, this is what
participating. Well, I'm talking about coming. You're coming in. You're going to participate.
Yeah,
and you're going to do what's asked of you in the class. You know, you're going to be a good student.
Yes, I agree with that part. I agree. Yeah. If you're doing the work, whatever that means,
right?
If you're doing the work, you will be progressing. I'm a strong believer. Show up and allow the instructors to guide you. Follow the lesson plan, whatever it is, and you will get better. Different people get better, different speeds, different processes, so on. The experience is different, but we all get better. I think the moment we come, I guess what I was referring to is students who come to chill. This is their getaway spot, and they come and they sit against the wall. They are not participating. They are not drilling. They are not sparring. They are literally just there to have a conversation. Those are not getting better.
No, and they're a distraction.
Yes.
Right? Because whoever they're conversing with,
it's not training either.
Right. Yeah. Or the two of them together are disrupting everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's levels.
Yeah.
And I think I'm talking about somebody who comes in, participates, is here on time, does the work in the hour, and then that's it.
And that's fine.
They don't go on YouTube. They don't go on Instagram. They don't buy videos. They don't give a shit who's competing where.
Yep.
They don't know who John Danaher is. They don't. Good for them.
Yeah.
You know
what? In some ways, I'm actually envious of those people because I think the saturation of information is so large these days that I feel like we are sometimes just bombarded with information, including the jiu-jitsu stuff that we love. And
it's overwhelming.
Just having ability to disconnect sometimes is really refreshing. So yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
You know what? We got other things to do, so maybe this would be a good time for us to disconnect.
Okay.
Get it? See what I did there?
There you go. You're getting better at this.
It's only been 3 years.
Later.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to Raw Radio. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to leave us a review and help us make the show even more amazing. For future episodes, check out our website and follow us on all major podcast platforms. Take care.